Rob Johnson of Zone Disc Golf. Rob, how you doing?
Good. It's been a good year so far.
Good, good. In
Yep.
case you guys are not familiar with Zone Disc Golf is or is it Zone Sporting Goods?
Zone Sporting Goods is
Zone
the
Sporting
umbrella. Yeah.
Goods is a clothing company that does custom jerseys, and they've made some pretty good jerseys. So, Rob, what we have in our stake battles, I'm sure you've watched one of these before, but what we have is stake one, stake two, and stake three. So let's go ahead and dive in to stake one and see how it goes. So Rob, from what I understand, you started out as doing ultimate jerseys.
Yep.
How did you get into doing disc golf jerseys?
Well, in 2020, when COVID hit, I decided I wanted to play disc golf since I couldn't play ultimate, and I started watching some coverage and noticed that they were wearing some sharp jerseys and that Savage was providing a lot of the jerseys, and we had been competing with Savage quite a bit, and I thought to myself, well, let's get into the disc golf market, and started locally, and then I reached out to a few pro players, and it's kind of blown up. It's been fantastic.
So you did start sponsoring some local players, but you've also started sponsoring some more high-profile players. Who are some of the more well-known players that you sponsor?
It started with Nico 2.5 years ago, and then Scott Stokely, Joel Freeman, Gavin Babcock, Gavin Rathbun, Casey White, AJ and Deanne Carey, just and a few more that just grinding on tour and looking good.
All right, so we've tried stake one. Let's go ahead and dive into stake two. Feel free to cleanse your palate if you need to. You've also kind of come up through the ranks of disc golf. When you first started playing, what was the first division you started playing?
MA2, and it felt strange to play at a low level, at a lower level like MA2. I wanted to start with pro because I feel like where I was as a frisbee thrower I felt like I was not quite elite, but like a really good frisbee thrower within the sport of ultimate. And then the transition to disc golf with a wider rim driver was kind of a struggle. So I played in MA2 for quite a while and MA40, and now I've been dabbling in MA1, MP40, and MPO just for fun.
So we've seen a lot more ultimate type players transition from ultimate over to disc golf.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously Brody Smith. I think he was done with ultimate for a while before he transitioned. But like Ella Hansen,
Yep.
she pretty much just made the switch right away.
Yeah.
Do you find there to be much carryover between disc golf and ultimate?
Yes. Within approaching and scrambling, there's a lot of similarities to how you throw the disc. When people started talking about a patent pending, I was like, well, that's just throwing a disc. Like, that's just normal when you're throwing a backhand at ultimate. But in disc golf, that position is strange to a lot of people, so that felt really natural to me.
Do you think we'll see a lot more people coming over? Because obviously now there's a lot more money in the disc golf side of things. I'm pretty clueless as to even how much ultimate players make, and if they're even if there's like full-time ultimate players and if they can make a career out of it. But do you think you'll see maybe more of those top tier ultimate players attempt to come over to disc golf?
I don't think we're going to see a lot of the top tier golfers. I think we're going to see a lot of the low and mid, and then you won't even know they're ultimate players. They'll just kind of rise through the ranks. with a vast experience of throwing the disc. Yeah.
Alright.
So not as many as you would think you would notice, but still a lot.
All right, so we've tried stake 1, stake 2, stake 3. Let's go ahead and dive into stake 3. So you started in 2020, so pretty recently, right when there was the boom of disc golf. How familiar were you with like the disc golf community and all that before you got into it?
Not a thing. I owned 3 or 4 discs from the early 2000s when I played a little bit in college, and then right when I got into it, Jameson and Shoma, who were some ultimate teammates, kind of walked me through the basics, and they said to come to Titan. I came to Titan, got a few discs, and signed up for my PDGA membership. And then my first tournament was going to be the Titan Open. And then about a week later, the derecho hit. So I didn't even get to play that first Titan Open.
Well, like, what made you dive like all the way in? You know, you see some people kind of dabble and just pick up the sport, but you really got into playing tournaments and then traveling and playing.
Yeah, I think part of it's just the addictive personality and the way it's easier on the body. After a disc golf tournament on Monday morning, I can get up and go to work and feel great. After an ultimate tournament, I wake up Monday morning and I just feel awful. So that was a big thing as I'm kind of aging, is just the amount of wear and tear on my body. And throughout the week, I don't have to train 3 or 4 days a week to be fast and fit. I could practice putting a few days a week and go throw a couple times and feel pretty good about my game.
All right, so we've tried all 3 stakes. This was stake 1, stake 2, stake 3. Before we try all 3 stakes, we had a special guest. I don't know where he went. Maybe he disappeared.
On the couch.
Is he on the couch?
Yep.
So, bring in our special guest. What? We have a special guest appearance on the couch. Let's get his take of what the 3 stakes are that he likes.
All right. Most of my tattoos are older than him.
So, this is Gannon Buhr. PDJ says you are the #1 U.S. Tour ranked player in the world.
Second best Prodigy player.
Second best Prodigy player on Prodigy. I was going to make a bad joke, but I'll make it later. You had all 3 stakes. What were your favorite?
To be honest, I already forgot. But where's my baby at? Where's my baby at? Is it not here?
It's here.
The ultimate steak and roast rub.
So
That's
I
my
did.
baby.
I
I found one
did.
that had a little more like pepper to it. That's which one? I forget which one that one was, but
All right. Well, do you have any questions for Rob while you're here?
I don't know, man. We might have to duke it out, Wander versus Zone. If you guys want to see the fight live stream, just let us know.
Yeah, let's do it. We can set up a skills challenge of sorts.
Yes. An ultimate challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. All right, Rob. Stake 1, stake 2, stake 3. How would you rank these in order?
It's between 1 and 2. I think I would lean towards 1. At first it was 2, and then I think I'm back on team stake 1.
So yeah, sometimes like it does change what you think is. So then you would say the third one is your least favorite?
I would say it's my least favorite. I only get to eat steak a couple of times a year though, so it's still amazing.
They're all pretty good. Stake 1 is Famous Dave's steak and burger seasoning. I got this at Hy-Vee. Whenever I'm anywhere, I always just look for a new steak seasoning that I've never had and try it out. Steak 2 was the Ultimate Steak and Roast Rub.
Yeah.
Gannon's favorite. And steak 3 was a dash of Dingus. So this is a steak seasoning that Dingus brought. It's actually really good. And I think I'm gonna have to try this one out again. I also felt like I kind of charred these steaks a little too much, and so maybe we didn't really get a great flavor profile between the 3 steak seasonings. But this is going to be my last steak battle for a while, maybe even the last one of the year. If Gannon wins USDGC or Pro Tour Finals, we will have him on for a steak battle. But yeah, that's probably it for a while, because we leave next weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend for the USDGC. And I might stay for Pro Tour Finals as well, stay an extra week. So two weeks down in Charlotte. We'll see if I can afford it. I'm kind of broke right now. But anyway,
Gannon's got to win.
Gannon's got to win, and he's got to pay his caddy. Just kidding. I don't want any money. But that's it. Steak Battle, episode 15. I'm amazed I did 15 of these this year. And see you guys next time.